If this feels familiar, it makes sense. You decide clearly in the morning, you choose the time, you choose the task, you feel aligned. Evening comes, nothing dramatic happens. You simply move the start. Let me begin in 20 minutes. That small moment feels harmless, but repetition is never harmless. I went through a period where I set the same time study every day, same hour, same intention, and every evening, right before it began, there was a slight internal shift. Not laziness, not fatigue, just hesitation. If someone else had required me to start at the exact time, I would have done it immediately. So the issue wasn't effort, it was authority. Here's the mechanism: externally enforced rules feel real. Self declared rules feel flexible until proven otherwise. Most of us were trained inside external systems: school bells, deadlines, authority figures. We learned how to follow structure. One of the things we weren't taught is how to enforce ourselves without external pressure. So when autonomy arrives, something subtle happens. Your word feels like preference, and preference is negotiable. Watch this pattern carefully. You don't break your plans loudly, you soften them, you adjust them, you renegotiate them in reasonable language. Nothing dramatic happens, but identity updates anyway. In Atomic Habits, James Clear emphasizes that identity shifts through repeated evidence. The deeper principle isn't about tiny habits, it's that the brain believes what it repeatedly observes. If it repeatedly observes you moving your own start time, it concludes your word is flexible. This is not about productivity, it's about internal authority. Notice what happens 5 minutes before your chosen start time. There is usually a small rise in discomfort. A thought appears. Let me check something first. I'll start once I feel settled. That moment is the entire game. Not the work, the start. Here's the framework. Choose one daily action. Assign it a precise start time and apply one rule. You may perform poorly, you may feel resistance, you may stop after 10 minutes, but you do not move the start. This is enforcement training, not performance training. The first few days will feel slightly tight. That tightness is the nervous system adjusting to self generated authority. When I applied this, output did not change first, trust did. Sitting down exactly when I said I would, even if the work was average, felt different, more stable, because internally something stopped being optional. The workbook tracks enforcement because theory without repetition doesn't update identity. But the core shift is internal. Protect one start time, let the brain recollect new evidence. Consistency is not about intensity, it is evidence of word stability. And alignment is when your word stops feeling optional.